Hello and welcome back to Naka Diaries. Happy New Year! Today, I would like to take you on a tour around my little village here. The weather is really nice, that's why I decided to do this. I will also be putting on my sunglasses because, this is super bright. I just wanted to say hi to you here. Let's go, shall we? Alright, got the sunglasses on, ready to move. These sunglasses are actually polarized, but they also change colors, so they start out being not dark, but then hopefully eventually with this bright light they will turn dark. This area, as you've seen before, of course, is the residential area in which I live. Just up this way is the supermarket, which will be our next stop. We won't actually go in there now, but I'll show you from the outside. So I did say that the supermarket would be the next stop. Technically not quite, because that over there, that's our cultural exchange plaza, I think they call it. Essentially it's like a building that has a little concert hall and like little meeting rooms. So whenever all of the massive big events happen in this little village, that's where it happens. Over here is the supermarket. Well, there is a supermarket in there. They call it a shopping mall. It's not really a shopping mall. There's a supermarket in there. There's a tiny little 100 yen shop. They're like basic necessities. Ow. It's not really a shopping mall, but it's there. And very conveniently close. Let's head up this way. In here, well, it looks like just an apartment building, but at the ground floor there's actually a really nice restaurant that does some really great steaks and fried meat with vegetables on a plate. That's real delicious. They are unfortunately closed now due to New Year's holidays, but it's real nice. Also, for being a little village way out in the middle of nowhere, they do a ridiculous amount of construction work. Like this stuff. This has just appeared over like the last couple of weeks, doing more construction work there. I don't know why. I don't know what they're constructing. I mean, residents for a lot of it, but who's going to move here? And, well, on the topic of residents, this entire area up here, and suddenly I'm in the shade of this building over here. Anyway, as I was saying, this entire area over here is filled with building lots. So you can see they're doing some construction work on some of them over there. And a lot of them are empty. There's all of the empty land out there. Those are empty plots that you can buy and build a house on. And now, light again, yep. I should have planned that better. And they will actually, the village will subsidize you. Like you get, they will pay you some money per square meter of land that you buy, and like when you construct a house, you'll get some money back from the village. You might be able to see a bit of it up there in the background. There's some of our mountains. They're like little baby mountains, some 500 meters. Still several times higher than, of course, the highest mountains we've got in Denmark, but they're up there. Real nice, and probably sometime in summer when it's not freezing cold, I'll go up there, climb those. Also, while I am in this area, that place over there, is my barbershop. Endless Style, it's called. Real nice guy. I'm actually looking to get a haircut soon. You can't really see it here, but it's starting to get a little bit annoying to deal with, so I'll have to make a reservation with Mr. Endless Style in there. He's closed right now, again, New Year's holidays, so that'll happen later. Also, I almost slipped on the ice there. Good job, me. And so you remember how just a moment ago I talked about the entire residential area up here? Well, they've made this giant what's the proper word, like promenade with there are some trees down there, but there's a giant walkway here, and there's a little playground park down at the other end, supposedly, I mean, for the entire residential area there, which doesn't have many people living in it right now, but they're certainly preparing for a lot of people to come along. And then that path down there actually goes straight back down to the supermarket, the shopping mall part. So if I would have to walk up here, I would actually usually go that way, but I had to take you around, see the other parts of the area here. Also, the area that we're in here is basically the education center of the village. Right there, we've got the kindergarten. Just a bit further down here, I'll show you when we get there, there's more schools. As promised, more schools. Back there, the kindergarten that I just showed you. In there, you'll see it in a bit, is the elementary school. And over here, on the other side of the road, against the sunlight, yeah, I know, that building over there, that is the middle school or junior high, depending on how you want to say it, there, and then elementary school in there. Everything closed right now because, of course, New Year's holidays. They will open up, and there's a surprising amount of kids here. And as I mentioned, the village will subsidize you if you buy land or build houses. This is a plan over the entire residential area I showed you before, with all the plots that you can buy, and it also states all the details of the compensation that you receive for doing it. Oh wow, it's slippery here. It's all in Japanese, of course, but you know, it's there. That right there is our pharmacy, connected to the medical center in there, which again, New Year's holidays, it's closed. It's actually a really nice medical center for being out here in the middle of nowhere. They've got the essential facilities. Also, there's a helicopter landing pad over there that I have actually seen used once for those times where they can't treat you here, and well, presumably when it's an emergency. And that little house over there, I'm pretty sure that's a bar, but it's quite hard to tell here because a lot of the places just look like someone converted their living room into a place to eat. So I have never actually gone there. And I'm pretty sure it's a bar. There's like a big sign outside with a name on it, so you know. Over here, we've got our swimming pool. I think they've got a gym as well. That looks like it's open. I have never actually been in there. For those of you that are a little bit aware of my situation, I can't really do much physical activity because of an injury I had. So I haven't actually gone there. It's fairly new, just opened like 2 years ago, I think. And it's real cheap. I think if you live in the village, entrance is 100 yen, which is like 6 Danish kroner. That's pretty cheap to go to the swimming pool. And now here, this is essentially one of the most trafficked intersections in like this part of the village. Down that way is where I just came from, passed by the schools and the medical center and the pool. If you keep going down this way, I think it's another kilometer or so down that way, you get to the port. I won't go there right now because it's far away out there. Up this way you just get out of this little settlement area, and right here is the post office. The post office, which is also my bank, because unlike the other banks, which are limited to a region, the post office, well, can be found all over Japan, so I can actually get money regardless of where I am in Japan. They have an ATM in here. It is open 365 days a year, but only between 9 and 5. Fortunately, down by Family Mart, they do have an ATM from the post office bank, so I can get my money there. And again, continuing the trend with shops that look like, or bars that look like someone just converted their living room. There's a little snack bar over there. Also, this is the village office. The biggest and most fancy building in the village, of course. And here are the other two banks, Almori Bank there, and somewhere back there you can, well, where is there? You can probably see the green sign somewhere back there is the Michinoku Bank. But again, those two are limited to only this region, so if I were to go to, say, Tokyo, I could not get money. And, well, that would be a bit of an inconvenience, wouldn't it? Gas stations, we've actually got two of them. This is one, the other one is a bit further down this way. But you kind of have to plan around it because they're not open on Sundays and they're only open, well, that one's from 7:30 until 7 in the evening. Outside of that, no gas for you. In here is an izakaya, like a traditional Japanese pub. Again, closed for New Year's. Across there is our police station. Well, it's not actually a police station, it's a police box. Koban, as they call it. Here, there's a barber. There's a large amount of barbers here. I don't know why, but they're here. There's the other gas station. That's the one I usually use, simply because it's closer to where I live. So when I bring my car out here, this is the one that I come by first. It's also generally quite nice. The standard for gas stations in Japan is full service, which means you don't need to do anything. You just sit there in your car and they do everything. Seems a bit silly to me, but it's the same price as the self-service ones, and I don't need to get out of my car in the freezing winter, so yeah. Over here is our local car dealer, so if you need a new car, you can buy it right there. Over here is part of the lake. You might remember during my Advent videos, I made a brief video at the lake. That was actually down at the other part of it. There's still birds here. They still speak. I don't know if the microphone picks up on it here. Hello, birds. I think they think that I might have food. I'm sorry. Sorry. I don't have any food for you. No food. Oh man, it is windy here. I'm sorry, birdie friends. No food from me. Bye. So over here is where the Lakeside Park actually starts. And the wind is really strong. Anyway, there's a little playground there, and the actual Lakeside Park is down there. That was the one I showed in the Advent video. You can go back and find it. I think it's day 6, something like that. Over here is our local family mart. We actually have 2 convenience stores. Oh wow, the wind. We actually have 2 convenience stores here. There's a Lawson just further up the hill that way. And there's a family mart here. Over there is a restaurant. The most restaurant-like restaurant that we have here. They do really large servings at very manageable prices. If you get their daily lunch, it's 750 yen, which is just under 50 Danish kroner for a very good lunch there. Oh wow. Before I left, I checked the forecast, and it said it was like -1 or -2 degrees here, with a perceived temperature of -12. And as I've been walking around here, I'm like, what are you talking about, you silly forecast? This is like +2 degrees. But no, now I feel it. This is freezing cold, and I don't even know how much sound this picks up. This is going to be the ultimate test of the wind muffler here. If you can hear anything that I'm saying, I consider that a massive success, and the investment in a proper external microphone was worth it. Anyway, in here is our home center. Well, it's not really a home center, it's like a mini home center, home conveni they call it. They have the bare necessities you need for your house. If you need more, you need to go to a proper big home center. The selection is a little bit limited simply because we're way out here, but they have all the basic necessities. Yakuodo here is a drugstore. All of the shops here have basically a little bit of everything. Yakuodo has a large, well, it's not really a pharmacy department, but with medicine, like over-the-counter medicine, and they've got supermarket goods and lots of cosmetics and things in there. Anyway, no, wait, there's one more thing. Over there, greenhouses. They grow flowers. And here is the Lawson, the 2 convenience stores that we have. Usually I would buy my lunch at Lawson because it's closer to home, so when I go to work it's simple to just drop in here and buy my lunch. I go to Family Mart when I need to take out money because, as I mentioned previously, they've got an ATM from the post office bank. Also, I go to Family Mart a lot to pay for concert tickets because that uses the terminal in Family Mart. And well, a lot of people found out that I'm living in Japan, so when they need to get their tickets paid, which can only be done at a convenience store in Japan, they ask me. So I've done that a lot for people, and now we've come full circle. We've gone around the entire thing. Over there is the Cultural Exchange Plaza, the concert hall and things, and maybe somewhere over there you can just see the supermarket again. And well, back down this way is back down to my house. This whole trip here, I'm not actually sure how long the video has gotten by this point, but the whole walk around that I've done here since leaving home has taken me just under an hour. That should tell you the scale of things here. The village itself is well, technically like 10,000 people, but that's also spread over an area of 250 square kilometers. The center area here that has the village office is just one of like 6 or 7 settlements around. I think it's 6 settlements around the area. So I don't know how many people live here, but as you can see, it's not that big. Here, sorry about that. Here, well, we've got the snowplows. They do actually clean the roads once in a while. And there's one of my neighbors coming up over there. Right, one of my neighbors came up there. One of the other, actually one of my colleagues as well. Anyway, I'll get back home because it is getting really quite cold out here in this wind. I will see you again next time. Swoosh!